Hey y'all, this is Thomas here. Just telling y'all what I'm checking out while everybody's looking in the opposite direction. Of course, this trend here, with the ESG trend, had a lot of momentum and steam earlier, that had manifested itself in the electric battery stocks and the QuantumScapes and also the EV, and really Tesla still a lot of the Tesla buzz is generated off the ESG trend, as well as just realizing that the governments are gonna fund this campaign to fight climate change, and that's right up there, with a fight of any global proportions. It's going to take a lot of effort, and in investing terms, it's going to take a lot of capital. So positioning yourself early before the massive waves of venture capitalists get in, and then of course government that's generally late to the party. If you can get in before those two smart money waves, I think you can position yourself to stand to gain a substantial fund for a long period of time, because this is a long battle here. This is this is uh, kind of a piggybacking off that up to 2030 um, is when they plan on making their net zero goals, and that obviously that's going to consist of a lot of compliance carbon credits and voluntary carbon credits. And if you don't know anything about that, you should definitely come and check out the carbon streaming website. There it is for y'all. Um, because they got great information on that, and there's other great sources out there as well. So if you're unfamiliar with the carbon credits or the ESG trend, this is a great channel for you. There's a lot of underlying ESG um, investment strategies that I employ. Um, so that's just the things that I'm doing. I'm just trying to bring some awareness and some teaching, and of course some entertainment, some fun and stuff. So don't take this as financial advice. Um, just coming along on a trip, and I'm just sitting down and chatting up with some friends about some of the trends that I see, and how to make moves on that. Um, so this if y'all are unfamiliar with the streaming strategy, um, it's definitely a strategy that I enjoy, and I employ it in the gold market as well as the uranium market. So I do like commodities, and this is a commodity. A little bit different in the fact that it's not as tangible as a gold bar or the silver coin, um, but one that it seems to be higher on the priority list of the government. So I'm gonna bet with them. I'm gonna bet with the trend. So here's just some of their. This is the quote from the director and CEO. We anticipate significantly higher carbon prices over the next decade as governments and corporations around the world commit to fighting climate change and utilize carbon markets as an essential tool to meet these climate commitments. So I don't know if y'all heard the news or anything, but I haven't heard anybody say that they were going back on any carbon commitments, net zero commitments, carbon negative commitments. So that's definitely not a trend. Everybody is shifting over to wanting to be net zero, especially the corporations. And once it becomes a factor on balance sheets, that's where you're really gonna see um, the the capital come in and really bid up the prices on this. Um, but of course, I'm trying to foresight. I'm trying to use the gift of foresight here, and anticipate some movements. So this is how streaming works here. So carbon streaming does some upfront payments to the carbon credit project developer, um, just to finance the initial project, or they do it as a way to gain royalties, streaming rights from that carbon. So as that developer produces carbon credits, it's sent over to carbon streaming, and carbon streaming pays as a hope discount to NAV for that, and then they can make some money in between, which they will pay out in dividends, and then you can eat those because that's what you eat. So eat the dividends. That's definitely my strategy. So here are some of the benefits of carbon streaming. Not responsible for the operating cost, which is a major factor in businesses. As intense is landscaping and management of large areas of land. So as these projects are, so there's the annual yield, which is just going to be phenomenal. As kind of right now, I would say that everybody's looked away from the climate change agenda, but because there's some more pressing news, there are more pressing matters on the world stage, but like I said, nobody's gone against their commitments. So I could see this looping back around. It can come earlier, it can come later. There could be some delays. I know that as the pressure builds for oil prices, this will be a way to kind of they're going to use a way to kind of incentivize the renewables. So we'll be interested in that and keep our ears on the developments of that. So the security on assets or carbon credit rights for a long period of time. So that's always a great news. Great idea, because you're betting on the fact that you'll have the security of those assets at a discounted price and then of course you're hoping for the carbon credit price itself to moon. So we'll see how that plays out. Establish buffer pools, protect against accidental damage or loss. So that's always good stuff. They're developing business models that really look out for the the investor. So you're always that's always good. You're always going to want to find management teams like that, and then they have the benefits for the project developers: provide upfront cash, annual income for decades, sales to channel and monetize carbon credits. You definitely want to do that, because there's always been, it's really hard to monetize carbon credits, just because the markets haven't been developed. As well as previous existing markets, because this is a new kind of a new thing coming about here. So this is that first mover's advantage that I like to talk about. Just that chess player manifesting. So you're just gonna, so you just look at the benefits on both sides, and obviously if this business strategy is going to work, then there should have some partners. So let's see if they do have any partners. And here's the Rimba Raya project. It's massive, beautiful land, massive forest. I don't know if y'all are familiar. I do have another channel where I run a ranch, so you will see me out in the woods a lot, and I do actually a lot of filming out in the woods, solo on a stump. So I'm definitely a big fan of climate, just a trend of protecting the land, and finding ways to make it worthwhile to save the forest and the oceans, and just making sure that our kids got something beautiful to look at as well. And so this is one of the world's largest REDD, the reducing emissions and deforestation and forest degradation projects. So that tells you that they're going to produce a lot of carbon credits, which is going to be great, because you definitely want to have if the prices shoot up, you want to have a lot of things to sell. So that's always good. They're located in Indonesia, just kind of under, monetized area, underdeveloped economy. So it's good to try to make sure that that these areas are incentivized to not put concrete everywhere. Um, so this is it's produced a lot. It's Vera, um, the carbon standard. They got beautiful beautiful accolades, well done. So this is Vera's a third party verification source, so that's always good to know. That's one of the big players, the one that you want to make sure is validating those projects, to make sure that you're not investing in a company that doesn't have legit projects. Another interesting one that caught my eye is this blue carbon, because if you're familiar with the carbon credit market at all, you'll realize that it's starting to shape up that not all carbon credits are created equal, and these blue carbon credits are at a premium. So you definitely want to have some access to these blue carbon credits, and of course it's very hard for individuals to acquire large scale carbon credits on an individual basis. So using carbon streaming as a way to get a foot in the door on this on this up and coming just this big wave of capital that's flowing into this sector before it blows up is interesting. Kind of contrary, there's a lot of, we will do some crypto stuff in here, but this is something else that doesn't get a lot of coverage. And what I do is I kind of want to find areas that are under promoted, and bring some information and some opportunity to be the first person there. I'm sure everybody would love to invest in Bitcoin a long time ago. So you got to be a slight contrarian and look where there, where there's little eyes. So if you enjoy that, definitely subscribe and check us out for some new content. Let me know if you use carbon streaming. I believe this is queued up here. This is not exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is right here. So these are some of the listings that they have, and they are actually in the process of being listed on the NASDAQ. So if you can get in before they're listed on the NASDAQ, that might provide some an opportunity before they have access to a lot more capital. So just putting that out there. That's not a go do it. It's consider it. So all right, let me know what y'all think.